what we need to have a conversation about? And by conversation, we mean you shut up, I talk. We need to have a conversation about how racist you are, which is very racist. Shut up, racist. So what it really means is the EPA is going to spread more identity politics and race hate. So let's say you were to make identity politics mandatory in your country, as they have. How could you be surprised when that leads, as it inevitably will, to white identity politics?
White supremacy, blah, 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 blah.
Are they poisoning the wells? Are they baking bread with the blood of your children? Not since Franklin Roosevelt colluded with Joseph Stalin has an American president done anything like that. But
someone better alert Jonathan Greenblatt at the ADL so he can denounce the Democratic Party. And if you pay him enough, he will, because that's how that works.
I said with Tucker, Tucker, I respect him because he talked about the ADL and population replacement. But even his show can never go all the way because it's on Fox News. I don't think a Fox News show is ever going to go all the way. Tucker got pretty close, and lots of credit to him.
So if you were to go onto Amazon to read books by a man who is in the news and whose ideas are directly bearing on world events, you would look for a guy called Alexander Dugin. Dugin is one of Russia's most famous authors and political philosophers. He doesn't work for the government. He doesn't work for Vladimir Putin, because the media for the last several years have pushed Rwanda-style race hatred on the entire population. Just over 2 years ago that a violent ex-con called George Floyd got arrested in Minneapolis for trying to pass a counterfeit $20 bill and promptly died of a fentanyl OD, or at least that's what the medical examiner apparently determined. I don't think we're allowed to say that. So they're continuing to tell you, in the face of all available evidence, that the mass murder you saw over the weekend in Buffalo was inspired by hateful right-wing rhetoric, when in fact that mass murderer was committed by someone with diagnosed mental illness. It's white supremacy free speech. You're a racist, 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 racist. That's always the first sign of a racist. We're times preparing yet another story about how this show is racist because we support national borders. And if that sounds like a familiar attack, well, because it is. Not people you'd want to have dinner with. Anyway, the New York Times is calling us racist again, and we're still in the air, which shows you how well it works.